now we are here at Union Square in San Francisco. We'll be witnessing Bill Graham's lighting of the menorah. Hanukkah has just started today, December 18, and will end the 26th of this year, 2022. But before we watch the lighting of the menorah, let me tell you the brief history of this festivity. I will be getting my information from this pamphlet. After Alexander the Great conquered Jerusalem in 1313 BCE, the Jews lived peacefully under Greek rule. Soon, Antiochus III rose to power. At the beginning, he treated the Jews well, but when he was defeated by the Romans and forced to pay heavy taxes, he passed the burden along his subjects. After that, a cycle of oppression began. His son Silesius IV tried to liquidate the temple's treasury to pay the Romans, but he was soon killed by his rash and tyrannical brother, who assumed the throne as Antiochus IV. By then, a Jewish Hellenist movement had gained steam. Many Jews embraced the popular secular lifestyle of idolatry and self-worship, adding a threat from within. The king seized on this climate to unify his kingdom under a common Greek culture. He banned key Jewish observances such as circumcision and the Shabbat. He replaced the high priest with a Hellenized Jew, and he mockingly sacrificed pigs on the temple's altar. Many Jews openly defied Antiochus and died as martyrs. But when he erected the statues of Zeus and demanded that all subjects worship them, the Jewish people banded together to revolt. In 140 BCE, the Jews fought a war for their religious freedom. Led by Mattiyahu and his 5 sons, a priestly family of the Hasmonean dynasty, the small army called itself the Maccabees, an acronym for the Hebrew saying of "Who is like you among powerful, O Lord?" In truth, the Maccabees were no match for the most powerful army in the world, but they miraculously won some early battles. The Greeks came back with bigger armies and armored elephants. The battles became fiercer and the victories more miraculous as the Jews kept on winning. In a particularly valiant turn, a woman named Judith gained entry to a Syrian Greek base camp, seduced its general, and plied him with wine and cheese before killing him with his own sword. The Maccabees eventually chased the Greeks out of Jerusalem and declared independence. But when they entered the recaptured Holy Temple, they found a disgraceful mess of idols, forbidden foods, and broken pottery. They tidied up and rededicated the temple, only to encounter a new challenge. The temple's 6-foot menorah had to be lit with pure, untampered olive oil. All the oil in the temple had been deliberately defiled by the Greeks. It will take 7 days round trip to get new oil from the orchards of Tekoa. Fortunately, the miracles continued. They found a jug of pure oil hidden beneath the floor, still sealed with the insignia of the high priest. And though it was a jug with just enough oil for one night, it miraculously lasted for 8 days. Each year on Hanukkah, they celebrate these miracles of light over might with Jewish pride and joy. This particular event is known as the Bill Graham Hanukkah Menorah. It was first lighted in 1975, a historic first public outdoor ceremony held outside of Israel. It was erected with the support of the late rock promoter and Holocaust survivor Bill Graham. It was later affectionately named the Mama Menorah for its massive size and because it gave birth to thousands of public menorah lighting ceremonies throughout the world. Since the initial lighting, it has inspired similar ceremonies around the world, from Paris to Cape Town, Singapore to Moscow, and in small cities across the United States. Today, it has become one of the biggest Jewish events in the Bay Area. More than 5,000 people from all walks of Jewish life come together to hear music, to meet Jewish celebrities, dignitaries, and of course, to light the Hanukkah Menorah.
Oh wow, look, Ologowski.
As for the menorah, it is the Hebrew word for lamp. It is one of the oldest symbols of Judaism. For 1,000 of years, images of menorahs have been prevalent in Jewish art, architecture, and culture. Over time, the menorah has become an icon for Jewish culture and faith, such as what we are witnessing right now. But the Torah tells of a 7-branch menorah lit every day in the Mishkan, a portable temple used by their ancestors en route to the Holy Land. Later, a 7-branch menorah was lit in Jerusalem's Holy Temple. But the Hanukkah's menorah is kind of unique, because it commemorates the miracle of the temple's menorah burning for 8 days.
And the first candle. I want to make sure that everybody knows we have menorahs and candles for you to take home. We have our Jewish art calendar. It's actually a Jewish quote calendar that came out this year, a beautiful calendar. We did a new template, and after the lighting, we are going to sing songs. Hopefully everybody got song sheets. We're going to sing 3 songs. Everybody could sing along, and then we're going to have more music. So now we're going to light the torch. We just noticed Guy, who's been here for probably 35, 40 years, back when we had the old square. Thank you for coming. Welcome, Guy. So I'd like to call up the Consul General of Israel, Marco Salminetto, and Sam Salkin to come light the torch. Wow, Mazel Tov, we did it. It's always a challenge in the wind here. So Rabbi Langer is now going to go around to the crowd. We're going to hold the torch up high for fire safety, and everybody could, just kind of look at the torch. We're not touching the torch. We're not touching the torch. And we could wish Rabbi Langer a happy Hanukkah. It's going to go.
Run after the light, run after it, line it up. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
So nice to be with you.
Yeah, they're in my pocket.
Happy Hanukkah, everyone.
Fire, fire on Har Sinai. Fire, fire on Har Sinai.
Maybe Hasina is not. Yeah.
Happy Hanukkah, everyone. A miraculous Hanukkah from this moment all the way through the year and through your lives. Everyone that you look upon, everyone that you touch, in your family and out in the marketplace, should have a miraculous life. All of us should. All the nations of the world are in the end game. The end game is peace and harmony and love for all the Jewish people and for all the nations of the world. Let's say amen to that blessing.
It ran out.
So I just want to, just a little spirit from the past. George guarantees it that if you stick it below the wind, you'll have a flame forever. Forever. And George said that night, whenever you need me for something, just come and holler. And Stephanie reminded him that there's a lot of need. God has a lot of need left in our heart and soul. And for all the people that need a smile, an embrace, a little hug. So you should all have that in your families and when you're walking down the street and in the marketplace. We should increase in acts of goodness and kindness for world peace. God bless you, George. Thank you so much for being here. George.
Oh, yes. I am George, and I want to wish everybody a happy Hanukkah. What else can I say? Next year in Jerusalem.
Thank you so much, Rabbi Langer and George Zimmer. We're going to have David Lazar, Assistant Chief to David Scott, Chief Scott, light the Shamash.
The center candle is called the leader candle, the shamash. So you light that first, and then you use that to light the other one. But I think we'll use the first
We're now going to recite the blessing over the Mama Menorah. Since it's the first night, we have 3 blessings. And right after we finish lighting the candle, George will light the candle. We're going to sing 3 songs. Everybody should have gotten a song sheet. If you don't have the song sheet, check out billgrahammenorah.org. And there's a tab there called Blessings on your iPhone or Android. So Rabbi Langer is going to say a few words. I want to give a big shout out to my mom, who's here in the crowd, and everybody for putting this on, Brian Webster, everybody. Thank you for being here.
Kedishanu mitzvosav v'tzivanu lahadlik nechad Chanukah. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Sha'asa nisim Avosenu Vayamin Aleim Bizman Amen. Adonai Eloheinu melech olam She'anu l'kimanu v'higianu lizman Amen.
Chazak Baruch, congratulations for the 47th year we've lit the Mama Menorah. Now everybody bring out their song sheets. If you don't know the words, please hum along. Ma'osor Yeshuati Lechana Elisabeth Tikun Bezet Bilati Bishamtada Isabeya Lietakimat Beya Mitzor Amaneya Hazekor Beshir Mizmor Chanukah Mizbeya Hazekor Beshir Mizmor Chanukah Mizbeya. Oh Chanukah, oh I can't hear you, I can't hear anybody. Oh Chanukah. The candles are burning light, one for each light. This year's light to remind us of their love.
So we just witnessed the first lighting of the menorah. It has been happening for the last 47 years. Alright, until next time, travels to explore history. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. Bye! So guys, if you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel and feel free to comment. Hit the bell, hit the bell, hit the bell, hit the bell!